All right, hi guys, thank you for joining me today. So I now know I need to change my opening because most of my views now are coming from subscribers and returning viewers. So thank you all for coming back. I hope that means you guys are benefiting from the content that I've been putting out. And if you're new, welcome. I'm Tracy. I do makeup reviews, tutorials, and demos with a focus on luxury makeup brushes. So I hope you enjoy this video and decide to subscribe before you leave. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna just do a very brief video. I know I say that for most of my videos. This one really is going to be fast. I'm going to just give recommendations for 3 different types of brushes that everyone should have if you're looking to really you know, up your eyeshadow game and get that really like polished eye look. So 3 different brushes that I think are essential for getting that would be a blending brush, would be something like this, a packing brush, which is something like this, and a liner brush, which looks like this, or something flat like this. I consider this a lining brush. So, and I think bare minimum, you need 2 of each. Unless you're planning to like clean them as you go, which is possible. You know, like I just use this once, I can clean this, but a couple days of not washing this, the colors are going to be really saturated in your brush and it's going to be more difficult to wash. So I'm going to give some examples of brushes that I think would be great to start out with if you have not gotten many brushes so far. And I also think this video would help those of you with more extensive collections because, you know, it'll force you to look at what you have and not overbuy things that you have too much of, and maybe focus on the type of brush that you don't have as much of. I know it really has helped me looking at all of my eye brushes. I know I have way too many blending brushes and I don't have enough liner brushes. So let's start out with the blending brushes. So I would look for one to do a transition color and one to do detail work. I think actually so like the Hakuhodo J5523, I use this to lay down my transition shade, my lightest shade, and then I use a brush like this to deepen out the crease and do more, you know, detailed shadow work on the outer part of the eye, even like to here. I use a brush like this. If you have bigger eyes, you know, you could start out with like the Rephr 15 as your first brush and go in with something like the 14 to do detailed work. Or you can even go for like the Goss 3 to lay down a very light wash of color, and then go in with something like, you know, the Goss 19 or the 17. I think there's one that's available. I don't think the 19 is available. I think it's the 17. But anyhow, you know, if you have larger eyes, pick a larger brush. If you have smaller eyes like me, like these would be a really great combination to have for blending. Okay, and then the next type would be packing brushes. And again, I think having a larger one and then having a smaller one for more detailed application is a really good you know, combination to have. So I'll use the bigger one to put like in the more like the center of my lid to the outer part, and then I use a small one like this to get this area and the kind of inner corner area. I use a small brush like this, and yeah, these are not, you know, as expensive as some of the other brushes. So, you know, it makes sense if you're looking to build your collection, you know, have a few of these. And these last like forever. They're really easy to wash. They dry very quickly. And I know I love having a different array of packing brushes. You know, if you have a more extensive collection, you can get into you know, doing different types of packing brushes, like this one from Rephr. I really like the 21, and then I have a couple of new additions from like Hakuhodo, which is Kolinsky. You know, they all have their strengths and weaknesses. You know, some are more, give a stronger application, some not so much. So depending on what your style is, will kind of determine what kind of brush to get. So if you get one of these Hakuhodo horsehair brushes, these deliver the highest impact, I think. And then next would be like the Squirrel packing brushes. These are a little bit less, like a medium application. And then the Kolinsky, the ones that I have at least, these are more on the line of a squirrel hair, except these are not as flexible. So it's just a different preference, I guess, but I like all of them. And, you know, get the ones that you are shopping for. Like if you're on Visage, you know, do the Chikuhodo ones. If you're putting in a Hakuhodo order, you know, stay within the brand, save yourself some money on shipping, you know, things like that. Okay, and then we're going to get to the last type, which is liner brushes. So I do think at least 2 is necessary, because these are going to be, I don't know, I use at least 1 every day, and cleaning these can be kind of difficult. And I often will line with a matte color as well as a shimmer, so I like having two of them so I don't like mix the shades up. So you don't have to do 2 different types of liner brushes, but I do like a pencil brush like this, and I just have 2. Oh no, the Chikuhodo Z10. You know, all little different sizes. You can get a pencil brush, like a bigger one and then a smaller one, or you can do like a pencil brush and then a flat top packing brush. So I like using these for lining. I don't use these to pack on pigment, although that is what they're made for. So this the Sonia G Builder 3 and the Rephr 2, they do a very fast job and a very strong application, and that's kind of what I like. So I like having a brush like this on hand, but just 2 types, I think, just so that you don't have to constantly clean them, and that you can use different colors with and not worry about, you know, getting shimmer on when you're not looking to apply a shimmer shadow. So that's really all. That is my very cheap ring light that I need to replace, but okay, I think it's okay. Well, decided to turn on. Anyhow, that's really all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.